All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, out here spreading this gospel in sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom. I just wanted to do basically an update video on these digital IDs. In this article, it basically explains how Kenya is introducing their digital IDs for citizens by the end of this year. It says December 2023. But it says the Kenyan government plans to roll out its digital identification system in December 2023 after the testing period, which would take a couple months. So it says the Kenyan government plans to roll out its digital identification system in December 2023 after the testing period, which will take a couple of months, according to the president of Kenya, William Ruto, whose speech at the East Africa Device Assembly Kenya plant in Athi River was cited by local media on October 30th. And this is a quote. It says, the digital ID, which has been a major problem to us for a very long time, is now on testing mode for the next 2 months. I have been assured by all the stakeholders and the ministries concerned that by December, we will be able to launch digital IDs. And it says digital IDs will be introduced in the country along with Maisha Namba, a system of lifelong personal identification numbers assigned to Kenyan citizens upon registration. The joint ID system will help the country digitize its registries and provide citizens with swifter access to state, educational, and medical resources. So we know where this is headed, basically. And we know that the West, these elites are, basically boosting, these digital IDs in outside countries, as basically like testing grounds, to see how it works and how, people respond to it. And we know that basically all of these countries outside of America or outside of the West are going to be the first ones to start using these systems, and then it's going to gradually start spreading, throughout the West, or they can, fake some type of disaster or something like that that actually speeds up the process a lot faster, so that people in the West can basically start on this system right away. We don't know exactly how it's going to plan out, but we know that most likely it's going to happen through like gradualism. It's going to slowly start, building up. We think that they're going to make it very convenient, for people to start using it, and the more people start using it, then basically they're going to start cutting out other things that people used to use, until they get people fully invested in this system, But as this little passage it says that countries digitize its registries and provide citizens with swifter access to state, educational, and medical resources. So we know that this is going to eventually be tied into, these digital IDs. So you're going to have access to the state, educational, and medical resources. So anyone that's after a while they don't have digital IDs, you're basically not going to have these things that are going to be, tied to these digital IDs, which is, that you're not going to have, access to education, you're not going to have access to medical resources, if you don't have these things. And you're basically going to be cast out, of society, as I did on my previous video, So this is what it's basically going into. And it says, as the Principal Secretary of Immigration and Citizen Services, Julius Biddick, explained in August, he said the digital identity system would provide Kenyans with a secure and reliable way to verify their identity for a variety of purposes, including accessing government services, opening bank accounts, and traveling. And it says it will also help reduce fraud and corruption and improve efficiency. So this is one of the ways that they're gonna, convince people that this system is, basically the future, and that it's better than the old way of life. You know what I mean? But we know this system is going to lead to, a choice, that people are going to have to make eventually to get something put in their skin, which we know to be the RFID chip, which we know to be the MOTB, which is an abbreviation for the mark of the beast, that the scriptures talk about. You won't be able to buy or sell, unless you have this, and it don't actually stop at buying and selling. You're not going to be able to do all these other things. You're going to be able to travel. You're going to be able to open bank accounts. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to, go to these restaurants or grocery stores and shop and things like that. You ain't going to be able to do anything, And this is the pressure that people are going to be faced with once this thing, once this whole digital thing actually narrows down. You have to make that choice of taking that, that RFID chip. And this is one of the pressures and choices that they're going to be forced to make, And a lot of people are going to comply because the things that's going to be going around, it's going to be crime at all-time high by this time. You're going to have food shortages and things like that. So that's going to make people even more, susceptible to giving in, basically, into taking this and giving up basically themselves, because, hey, you taking this MOTB, this RFID chip, you basically making an allegiance to, filthy, rich, wicked, and evil people, that basically rule and govern the world right now, But it says in September, Biddock urged private businesses to embrace the digital ID system as they enable innovative solutions like mobile banking and agent networks transforming e-commerce processes. He promised that the government will ensure the design of digital ID will facilitate commerce and ease business transactions, because, we know they're doing this thing where they want to make payments, fast and quick, like they call it real-time payments, so there's no waiting. It's just as soon as you send a payment, it's right where you need to have it. It's real-time payment. So as soon as you send it, it's wherever you need it. So it's no hassle, no waiting or anything like that. And this is another one of the ways that they're going to try to make this system very convenient for people to have and make it seem like it's a good thing, But it says in June 2023, the Central Bank of Kenya expressed its doubts about the necessity of implementing a central bank digital currency in the short to medium term, referring to other innovative solutions around the existing ecosystem that could address Kenya's pain points in payments. We already know who these things are backed by, and I'm not going to go through this article. I'm just going to, basically read the title. It says, Kenya's digital ID boosted by Bill Gates Foundation. It says, but government struggles to convince citizens. But it says, Kenya's digital ID boosted by Gates Foundation. So we know the ones that are behind these countries, basically starting to push for this digital ID system, because basically all these things are coming from these wicked group of elites, these powerful people, at the top of the food chain, so to speak, that control and govern this world. They are the ones that's pushing these other countries to, go ahead and start bringing this digital system in, But yeah, this is what's going on, man. And they said that they're planning to roll this out, next month, December 2023. before New Year's, before the New Year. So yeah, but this was just an update video, nothing too major. So I'm gonna go ahead and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, double honors the apostles and elders, the great millstone, and peace and blessing to the elect.